another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Thursday, the first Thursday in the Major League Baseball season. Everybody is jacked up. How you doing, Tony?
Let's freaking go. Happy opening day, Brian.
I just said it to you before we went live here. Today is Christmas.
Merry
morning, Christmas, Tony. Honestly, been waiting for this all year.
Mm-hmm.
All the offseason talk and hype and predictions and naysayers. Time to put them all to rest. And I was talking to you this morning about Dan being in for Dave this week, and I was telling you, like, I was literally like listening to it, like ready to pull up my hair. It started with the other day, Dan saying that, there's no hype in New York for opening day, which
is ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. And listen, I understand baseball too, totem pole with all these other like click sports that people think are ahead of it. But it's like, it's specific to New York. Yeah. The passion between Yankee and Mets fans is not matched across the entire league. So to say that there's no excitement, it shows how clueless Dan is. And then, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I feel like that type of mentality he had with the show just got worse and worse, like leading up to opening day this whole week too. Yeah. Like, I don't know why he was so down about it. He's talking about how this could be like a terrible year for New York baseball too. Both teams could potentially be, not even in the playoffs. You look at the Yankees, whatever. They played 500 ball a lot last season. Garrett Cole, this and that. And it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, how about a little optimism here? I mean, it's just like it's day one. Like, what are we talking about? How do you throw one pitch?
And he's talking like that. And I get it, and it's nice, honestly. Believe me, because otherwise there would be an issue. But it's nice, Tony, because that there are Mets fans like this. You're not like this, but he reminds me of one of those typical Mets fans that, like, because of his own misfortune or disgrace, that he takes joy in looking for holes with the Yankees, which is like, bro, focus on your own team. And not to say too, like we've talked about it, there's optimism for the Mets. So stop just everything being negative. And then the notion too, because Garrett Cole is gonna miss like the first 2 months that they can't win the World Series. It's like, well, last time I checked, like the World Series wasn't played in May. It's not played in April. It's not played in June. It's played in October and November, Dan. So it's like, it doesn't matter how much time he misses at the beginning of the year. It's one starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He was not making any sense. And I've told you, and I know you were first on it, because I always said, going back to the Mad Dog Saturdays, I always really liked Dan Graca. But then to say nonsense like this, I mean, just pure ignorance, honestly, pure ignorance. Delusion, Tony.
Yeah, dude. And honestly, on top of that too, I mean, I don't know, man. He just is not feeling good for Dave.
No.
I don't know. He just really turned me off this week. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And it gets worse. It feels like he's getting more confidence, honestly, in what he does. I'm not kidding. And it's just like, what are you talking about?
I think I like Gio better almost. Wow. I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
It's close. But it's that bad to just
ridiculous, dude. It is. It's pretty piss poor. Dude.
How the mighty have fallen. But it's funny too, with opening day and everything. I mean, the March Madness, the golf, Tony. Of course, the Rangers back in action. I think if you're just taking our time, going through everything in detail, 3 hours today, probably we could do
easily, dude.
Yeah. a baseball frenzy coming up. So I know everybody is excited about that. And we know one of the most excited people that there is in the world would be Michael Butka, Tony.
You absolutely know it, dude. Early and often. From Michael Butka says, Barnes, Tony, and the DTV crew, can we watch the UConn game tonight, please?
Michael, tonight's not going to work, but we will definitely do something soon. Don't you worry.
And he also says the Lakers won like expected, dude.
Rui Hachimura for my fantasy team, I believe 30 and like 14, something ridiculous.
Are you going to win that league?
It's a tight matchup. We got till Sunday, so I think I'm down 6-4, which is basically one category. Then it's 5-5. So I'm right there. It's a matter of finishing out the week, and let's hope so. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander not playing last night did hurt a little bit, but we're back in action tonight, and we're gonna fight tooth and nail to get into that championship.
Speaking of fighting, Kev doing the house saying we want the smoke. Stanky's opening. Mets will go tomorrow. Seems pretty hyped about that.
We'll see you at the stadium, brother.
Josh P says, what up, fam? Let's have a day. Baseball Rangers, #TC, #Sportsport, #DTV.
Josh B.
And then Kev Do also says the Knicks take 3rd seed in the East. Let's fucking go. He says, where's Michael Theophil when you need him? And then Kev Do confirming terrible radio with Dan. I'm not even talking shit like Dan.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, Kev. You were the first person I thought of. But you know what? I will say Kev Do over Dan Grassa every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Okay?
Then Kev Do also says, what up, guys? Yankee boy Tony, and go, yo, Buckta. Buckta loves Tatum. And I'm surprised we haven't heard from Michael since then.
Yeah, I am surprised. You know, probably went to go get some coffee, something like that.
Egg sandwich.
And how about Tony? The start of fantasy today.
Yeah, dude.
Is your lineup set? Are you have like positions where guys aren't going to play because of the postponements? What's the deal? Did you set lineup?
Yeah, I think today I was looking at it a little bit. I didn't really like focus. It was early in the morning, but definitely have like quite a few guys in the Braves, quite a few guys in the Mets, obviously too. So I think I have like, I don't know, maybe one pitcher right now today who's actually pitching. And I want to say like shortstop is open. A couple position players are open right now, which is tough. But, you know, obviously, you know, tomorrow brings another day. So let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the deal though? Like it's one full week, right? But like, is it because this week is extra days?
Actually, I feel like Josh would know.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Or is this week short?
Wow. Josh just texted me the picture, him in his jersey. So we're going jersey and jersey.
Wow, dude.
But yeah, love to see that. And let's just see here for this league. So week 1, current week. I'm almost thinking a shorty, but I know Josh is watching, so if he could verify that for us.
I want to say shorty too.
Because my 18-team league, there was some controversy. They wanted to skip the first week because ESPN, because it's like ESPN fantasy, and they wouldn't let them like do a week and a half. It was already set, and I'm like, well, we're not gonna waste like 4 days, like whatever. It's a short week.
Yeah. True.
But usually they group them, especially on Yahoo. They usually do that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what Josh says about that.
I like boom.
But and you know, we're gonna do a frenzy and everything, but just generally speaking, and I guess there were 2 games originally scheduled, which would be the Braves game against the Phillies. Okay, and then the Mets and the Brewers.
Yeah. Which is tough.
But I'm saying it's opening day, Tony.
Yeah.
And there was only 2 scheduled 1 o'clock games. So the first game is going to be at 4:10 on opening day. Give me something.
I mean, you're tight.
Right or no? I mean, especially opening day. I feel like opening day, not opening night.
Yeah, not opening late afternoon. I mean, it is obviously unfortunate with the rain out because I mean, when you think about it, those were good games too. I mean, Phillies, Braves, and then obviously Brewers, Mets.
You wanted standalone value,
definitely, and there were a lot of juice there. You know, Stearns and with the Mets and the Brewers, and obviously Braves, Phillies. You're talking like NL East matchup already. So, yeah, I mean, I can see why, like you said, standalone right there. And, I mean, it is kind of weird. There's no other games, I guess. And those are 2 East Coast games, too, you know? Like,
no, and I don't know about you, but I remember being in middle school. TVs are on, like, opening day. Every class has games on. So it's like there were a bunch of games, and now there was 2, then there's none.
Do you think March Madness tight or?
No, but March Madness starts at 7:00. What do we do again?
Yeah,
Again,
really
I mean, is Gary
sense,
Bettman
dude.
the baseball commissioner?
Maybe they went out to lunch, you know.
Oh man, but it's like, and also too, I know, you know, there's only so many teams, but especially because everybody plays each other in every season. How is it not set up where, like, I guess they just want like some East Coast stuff, but why not just have everything where the weather isn't in question for opening day?
I know.
All the opening series. But I mean, or do you feel like you want your team at home on opening day if you could?
I mean,
Even
again,
with the
like
weather.
it would have been like you think of the weather, it's raining. Like I feel like that, you know, like it should have been a nice day today.
Right.
Like what the fuck, you know? I feel like I don't really blame them for that because yeah, of course I want my team opening day at home like that. I definitely add some more juice.
Yeah, because the Yankees have 7 games, Tony, because there's a 4-game set in Houston before going to 3 for Arizona. So 7 games before we get to.
How do you think about that?
Yankee Stadium?
7 games before Yankee
The only
Stadium?
thing I would say, so there is something about it being opening day. So to have to wait like a week to get there, that is kind of tough. But for also to get a day that's 60 degrees instead of maybe 40 and rainy,
yeah,
probably worth it, right?
Amazing what 1 week will do.
Yeah.
Because then you're into April, spring really coming out.
Yeah, this is a stretch. That's for sure. What do you think Kev means? Josh and Brian are Diddy and Meek Mill matching?
Well, I mean, have you heard about the like all the stuff coming out about Diddy?
Right, but what does that have to do with me and Josh?
Right.
I mean, it seems like there's not a correlation.
He's saying that you guys are like lovers.
What?
Yes, dude.
Meek Mill. I didn't know. There's something they're saying that Meek Mill and Diddy are lovers. I thought Diddy was just like, you know, like kidnapping people at his house. I didn't know that it was like that.
Yeah, well, you know, there's been
part
a
of
lot
it.
of things going on. The parties.
This is a perfect example. Honestly, everybody watching out there is why I don't pay any attention to the news. It's not worth our time. And am I better off not knowing that information that Tony just said? Yeah. Am I better off talking about Yankee Stadium, Tony? That's where the focus needs to be. Not about that nonsense. Josh B. So Yahoo does usually do this. So it is the long week, which I like. Definitely like that.
Yeah, I'm down with that too, especially because the rain out. Let's go.
Yeah,
like, come on, dude.
Yeah, so that's nice. That we get that. So, like I said, there is a lot to talk about.
Yes.
But what I want to update everyone on first before we get to the baseball is well, actually we got some basketball to talk about too. But anyway, we do have the Texas Children's Houston Open in progress. Your early leader here, Bo Hostler.
Wow.
3 under through his first 7. You have 4 golfers at 2 under: Svensson, Moore, Hall, and Higo. Of course, this is early on and a little later start due to the central time zone here. So you do have a decent amount of golfers on the course. Scotty Scheffler is 1 under through 5. Last week's champ, Peter Malnati, is also 1 under through 5 as well. A ton of golfers still yet to tee off. We'll kind of keep you posted, to see where we end up here. But Day one leader, I would say, is going to be Andrew Novak, Tony, who's
stop it, really
1 under through 2. We always talk about the first round leader. He's going to win the tournament, so somebody like him will most likely lead. You don't see Scotty on the first day of the leaderboard too often.
You really don't. Last week he was, no? I think he was maybe top 3.
Top 3 wasn't leading. There's something about leading on day 1 for some reason. How about your guy Martin Lard, 1 under through 3? So
off to a good lead.
He is in the mix, Tony. And my sleeper Carson Young, even through 7. So there's an opportunity there. And you did take Dunlap as your sleeper?
I did take Dunlap.
2 over through 4, as well as Jake Knapp. So the 2 first-time winners on the PGA Tour this season, struggling early on. Will Zalatoris is also 2 over through 5.
Dang.
And like I said, tons of golfers still yet to tee off. Last group goes off at 3:21 Eastern. So I will keep a mindful eye on this. And Michael Butka did also mention this too. We do have the Sweet 16 starting tonight We also have Matthew saying, "Look at you, happy opening D."
He's got to be hyped. You think he's wearing a Yankee jersey? I don't know,
yeah.
man.
No, it's funny because I had like a jacket on and stuff, so you couldn't really see it. But like, I wore this to like go meet with the customer stuff. It wasn't like this. I had a jacket on, and so I just felt kind of like, you know what, I'm wearing this all day. Let's go.
Did you say happy opening day when you met them?
No, I didn't say that. So yeah, Sweet 16, 4 games tonight, 4 games tomorrow, Tony. First game tipping off 7:09 between Clemson and Arizona. Right now, Arizona 7.5-point favorites here, total 152.5. You also have UConn 11.5-point favorites here against San Diego State, total 135.5. You have Josh B's North Carolina Tar Heels tipping off 9:39 on CBS. Right now, UNC is -4.5, 173.5 there. And then the final game tonight on True TV. So the UConn game, first part of that doubleheader on True TV and TBS. The second half, 10:09 tip, estimated Illinois and Iowa State. Riley the other day mentioning how if they were to win Iowa State and UConn prevails, that they would match up in the Elite Eight, and that could be a tough test. But I look at this and you look at all these games, Tony, and I know some of the teams like Clemson, are they really that good? Obviously, San Diego State, and then Alabama and Illinois. I don't know how good they really are, but anyway, you give me any of these spreads all day, despite it being the largest number to cover, UConn 11.5. I think they win by 20.
Yeah, no, I totally agree there. You've been saying it all week. I think it definitely will be a dominant win. But I mean, other than that, I mean, the 3 other games, I mean, you think there's going to be like an upset here? I know we have a couple tight, seedings, 2 versus 3. You think North Carolina advances?
Yeah, this is chalk university tonight.
Really?
Yep. All the higher seeds will win.
Who doesn't cover the spread?
Who doesn't cover? I would say, I guess if I had to just by default, I would just take Arizona because the other spreads are so low. I mean, how are you not going to cover, really?
True.
But I think, just to juice things up, we could, add this to the pick segment. So
really, dude?
Fuck the totals, though. I hate basketball totals.
Yeah, no, fuck that, dude.
But we'll start with the Arizona Clemson game. Like I said, that's a 7:09 tip on CBS. 7.5 with the hook with Arizona. What are your thoughts there?
Oh, I mean, so tough. I mean, I still think, I agree with what you're saying. Clemson. Yeah, I guess give me Zona, and I guess that they are gonna cover.
Okay.
Give me the cover 7.5.
Yeah, and I will echo those sentiments. And like I said, I think this is a good thing. I know people see it as kind of like, like no upsets. You want the quality teams playing in the Elite Eight, that's for sure. Next game up, UConn, San Diego State. Again, I 11.5. I would feel comfortable 15.5 here. So definitely give me the Huskies there. Any trepidation for you, sir?
I don't think so, too. I mean, they're TD Garden, too. I mean, it's gonna be freaking packed out with UConn fans. Like, forget about it, dude. UConn and they cover.
All right, so we both have that. So this is ending up being a chalk fest. I don't know. I mean, can Alabama pull it, Tony?
I'll take Bama. Why not? I'll go against you and Josh, dude. Yeah, fuck Josh, dude. Yankee boy. Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Okay, so Tony is gonna go Alabama.
Me and Kev putting money on Bama tonight.
Plus 4.5. What? Kev's talking shit? What do you mean?
No, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
That fan,
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. All right, and then the last game, Iowa State. I mean, Riley called it. Maybe it's like a Michael Butka with Kentucky. Maybe Illinois pulls it. I don't know.
The Kentucky pick. No, I'm gonna back Riley here. Iowa.
I'm gonna just to do something different. I'm gonna try Illinois. They're probably
Let's
not.
Go. There we go. All right. So we have two different picks here. 2 different games.
All right. So that's plus 1.5, and then we.
Josh B says, "Damn, Tony," and then Kev G says, "Let's do it. Go Bama."
In all honesty, Tony, I mean, are you, there's baseball on tonight, and I know you have your class as well, but I mean, even if you are able to, I mean, is the Rangers on? I mean, are you honestly watching any of this?
Any games or anything? Oh, absolutely.
You think
dude.
you'll tune in a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, Ranger game I think starts at 8 tonight. 9. Oh, even better, dude. My class is over at 7:30, so we got that.
Oh, and then perfect for the UConn game.
And then perfect for the UConn game. So I mean, UConn. Yeah, why not, dude? I mean, I think that this is the time where I should dial it in a little bit.
Yeah, late into the tournament.
Yeah.
So 4 tonight, 4 tomorrow, and then just like that, Elite 8 starting on Friday, and then the Final 4 next Saturday and Monday. So just like that, tournament almost sayonara, Tony.
Kind of crazy how quick it goes.
I know,
because you feel like it's like, oh my god, so many teams, like this is gonna be forever, but then there's just like so many games in one weekend, and then all of a sudden, Sweet 16.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get some surprises. But just from looking at this slate, I don't know. I'm not seeing it right now, but maybe something will develop. Did we get another comment?
We did. Good eyes there. Josh B says, "Kick lava rocks." Naked Kev.
Wow, they really get into the banter. Where's Bernie?
Yeah, honestly, where is Bernie?
So yeah, that's really what we got for the Sweet 16. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. No, and you would agree with me. So my
What do you got?
pessimistic friend Mark, that you've met before, just this is this typical thing. Like usually it's about the Yankees, but
Right, yeah.
Corey in the group chat was actually saying that the Rangers look really good. Like maybe it would probably be a good idea to throw a future on them. And then Mark texts this, which is just honestly, this is almost worse than Dan Grassa. I don't know anything about hockey, but I still wouldn't bet the Rangers. Didn't the Bruins break all sorts of records last season and get first round bounce? Rangers could easily do the same. And I literally go, just don't even try with hockey, Mark. Save yourself the trouble. I mean, come on, Tony. Like, that's just something that deserves to be called out.
Especially like when you're prefacing, I don't know much about hockey. And it's like
just stop.
Come on.
Don't
don't know much about hockey.
All right, Dan. Like,
right?
It's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, Tony.
Don't know what it is.
Renee knows opening day. Can we get a Let's Go Yankees out of Renee?
Oh, Let's Go Yankees. Let's go.
Yankees.
But what a time to be alive. Opening day. We wait for it all off season, and obviously couple postponements today, but nevertheless, definitely a decent slate of games here. Unfortunate that the 2 early games, like we talked about in the open, being postponed. And of course, it's giving me spring training and not opening day. But let me just do this one more time here. This should work.
Spring training, like
it was the spring training games. Oh, so there's a 305 game. I don't know why I didn't realize that.
Yeah, for some reason ESPN has the Yankees at 4:10 first.
Your favorites go up top.
The Yankees are not my favorites,
but for whatever reason that account it has that. That's why it's up there. It's like a bookmarked thing.
Oh, it's your account.
Oh, that's my account. That's why.
Oh, that makes sense. Wow, I've been into your account this whole time. What? Sorry, what?
Go ahead, Renee.
Is it like a wedding when it rains your wedding day? It's like good luck because it's opening day and it's downpouring.
Not if you're trying to go to the game like me and Tony were today.
Yeah, Renee.
I don't know. It could mean good luck.
That's true.
It could. It definitely could. Unfortunately, Yankees playing indoors today, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games tonight. Actually, that makes perfect sense. So the whole league besides the postponements.
Yes, which are just 2, 3.
Two.
No, two. That's right.
Brewers,
right.
Mets,
Brewers,
and then Braves, Phillies. First game, 3:05, Angels, Orioles. And our last game tonight, 10-10 between the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. So, just thinking about today, thinking about the season, thinking about the fantasy season, Tony. As we approach another baseball season here, any kind of, I don't know, just thoughts, stuff we're going to see. I mean, we saw a lot of difference in like strategy last year with the rule changes. And I guess with runners on, the pitch clock is less. Maybe games speed up a little bit, but just with strategy, general play, I mean, do you think we're going to see much of a different game than we saw last year?
Probably. Yeah. Well, I don't know about much different, but I still think that steals will continue to increase. Obviously, we know last season the size of the bags as well, but there was one rule that they changed too that actually affected, I saw quite a few times, the Mets, in the sense where a second baseman, or really any player, I guess you should say, when someone is stealing, you can't put your body in front of the bag. Like, you can't block the bag.
Okay.
And it seems like a very odd rule that a lot of I mean, again, it was spring training, just because I saw a lot. So I'm sure, they're testing some things out in terms of how to call this rule change. But like Lindor was getting called a few times, like for like when someone would go steal, like Alvarez slings at Lindor, and it would be like even out by a mile too. But like because he was blocking the bag, they call him safe. You can advance the runner, like sort of deal. So
basically, from your tone, though, it sounds like you think it's bullshit.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it does sound kind of ridiculous because it's like, regardless if he's blocking the bag or not, I mean, I think that gives it that little that kind of like physicality to that aspect of the game. And on top of it, I mean, if you beat the throw, you beat the throw. Like, that's it.
No, that is kind of stupid.
So,
Josh B riled for Renee, and then says new rule is disgusting.
Yeah, it is so annoying.
And one thing that we saw is teams be very active on the base pass with the bigger bases last year, as well as the limited number of pickoff throws. Do you think like the base stealing even accelerates again, just kind of based on an off season, watching footage, watching what works? Numbers, analytics.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I mean, you saw an uptick last season, and I think that again, that blocking the bag thing will even more tantalize runners for just taking the chance. Not to mention, I feel like a lot of guys, a lot of younger players seem to be speedy too. Like the rookie over with the Padres, obviously, about the speed that some of the Orioles have, stuff like that. I just think you're going to see a lot more guys going forward.
How about Josh B going to be playing T-ball soon?
Wow, he's kind of tight, huh?
So blocking the back. Explain this to me again, though. Like I get like the general, like they don't want you blocking second base, but is that only before the ball gets there? I don't.
I mean, again, from what I saw, like the one that Lindor was called out on, like again, like he was in front of the bag because that's where the throw was. But also, it's like,
but your feet, like that's like you could stand to the side and then.
No, I think it's your body. Your body can't be blocking the bag, so you can either stand at the bag. Or behind the bag, but you can't be in front of. I don't think you can be in front of the bag.
No, but like towards the pitcher. You know what I'm saying? Not like where the base.
Oh yeah. As long as you're not in the base,
what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. But still, like.
But then you have to turn and make the tag.
Yeah, and it's just like weird because sometimes like the throw goes there, and again, like that instance, like I forget who they were playing. It might have been Detroit. I think it was Detroit. The guy was literally out by a mile. I mean, he was like Lindor probably ended up catching the ball maybe 6 feet in front of the bag. Like in the direction of first base.
The ball was there way before it was his foot blocking it.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like his body was there and he had the ball, caught it, tagged the guy out. But because his body was in front of the bag, the ump just called it safe.
The thing I don't get is until you brought this up, I did not hear anything about this.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know why? But was that the only like time that came up in spring training?
For the Mets, at least, yeah.
Okay.
But obviously it caused, like, again, like it happened. It's like, whoa, like, what is this? Kind of weird. It's just like, seems like an annoying rule. I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
Unless like they're that, like, we need people to steal a lot. We need that much more scoring. Because I feel like the rules they implemented last season, like, I think the bags being bigger, I like that, improving the odds of stolen bags.
Yes.
Like, it creates way more excitement. The pitch clock is cool too, but like this is where you got a little bit of drop off, I think.
Yeah, Josh just sending me the article here. I don't know.
Josh is all over this.
Baby. No, honestly, Josh is our baseball insider.
Yeah,
okay?
dude.
Who needs Jeff Passan?
Nobody, dude.
Oh yeah, this is insane. Actually, I'm gonna just see the play live here really quick, but that's his foot was in. Yeah. I still can't believe that. I really honestly
doesn't make any sense. Like
that.
any part of your body in front and basically in the baseline, it's like, what are we doing?
And I know obviously my judging by my MLB The Show play, like I was a little crazy, but I mean, is it just me, Tony? Like, if you were the manager, like, wouldn't you almost like if you're like just decently fast, like not, I guess, every time, but wouldn't you want like all your guys that are at least average speed, like at least trying to steal 20 bases a year?
Definitely.
Like-
Especially now since like the pitchers too have like limited amount of times they can throw,
Right.
like to get the runner back. Like, yeah, absolutely, dude.
Because I feel like there's just so many times, like, I don't know. I really noticed with the Yankees, I don't know if the Mets have been like this. And I think, over the years, the Mets might have had more like guys with speed, I guess. But like where it's like, it's just not even in the equation. Like Anthony Volpe on first base, like just not even thinking about stealing. And it's
ridiculous.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Nimmo doesn't steal enough. Lindor steals a decent amount. I want to see a 20-something stolen
What
bags.
about Marte?
I mean, last year he was out the whole year, basically. Yeah. But when he was, again, 2 years ago, obviously stealing wasn't as much because it wasn't really like there wasn't these rule changes yet. But yeah, he was known to steal a bag.
And overall, from watching Mets games last year, did you notice like a big uptick in attempts by the Mets in general, or not really?
It really just seemed like Lindor was doing it, honestly.
Okay. Huh. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but I hope that's the case. It just makes it so much more, exciting. And I don't know if it continued. I would imagine just because it just seems like it always does about like the amount of strikeouts. You think we see this year any type of like step back from that and like more contact, more emphasis on the ball and play because of the bases and
that's interesting. I don't know if we do. I still think there's going to be a huge focus on the
Can
home
you
run,
see
dude.
if you can do league strikeout totals over the past 10 years?
Oh, wow. Okay. League strikeout totals, MLB history. Oh, wow. Okay.
And then it has the right as the whole league. So go. I'm sure it's like so much
1876.
different. I don't even. Oh my God.
What the hell? Okay.
Okay. So we did go up, but after going down the year before.
Yeah.
41.
Right. Almost 1,000 more, dude.
Yeah. So what do you think there? I mean, we haven't been under 40 since what, 2016?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously COVID year doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
But what do you think? I mean, you think we get under 40 or no way?
Under 40. No, I don't think so, dude. I
mean, just a general like thought here. There's not like managers and scouts and people in the front office just like watching tape and just being like, we're striking out so much. Like when you put the ball in play, when you make the other team have to make a play, we don't want to just waste at bats like this. We have like you don't think there's any conversations like that?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are maybe, but I still think that there's going to be a large focus on the home run ball because there always is. I mean, last year, I feel like we didn't really see that much, of a change in terms of just getting base hits. And, I mean, again, like last year was a step forward in terms of those rule changes to maybe get to there. I don't know if that's what the MLB is trying to do necessarily, because I still feel like, I mean, we talk about like what's exciting about baseball is hitting home runs, obviously, to the layman anyway. And then on top of that, I think that, the level of pitchers, I mean, I don't know, man. People like a lot of these pitchers have great strikeout pitches. It's not just that batters are looking to hit the home run or that batters aren't good. I mean, you got to give the pitchers credit too,
Yeah. I just, you know what I mean? No, it's still.
I mean, do you think it's going to go down?
I'm hopeful that it will, but I guess I'm going to say yes, but it's a 50-50 proposition. But I don't know. And I know it seems just like, okay, it's not going to go down that much, but I don't know. I just don't see like instead of 41,000 strikeouts, like we can't have like 35.
That's a significant drop. I don't know.
Because but I think but don't you think too, it like falls on the organizations, the front offices. We're not going to accept 180. Like, unless you're literally going to hit 65 home runs. Like, no, literally going to accept it.
I mean, Kyle Schwarber is that biggest
Did he
hit
170?
Dude. I think so. Yeah,
pull it up.
Let's go.
227. Or that's his career.
Yeah, career. It's interesting why I didn't put last season.
Oh, because this season
because it's technically it started 215 strikeouts last year. Led the league for the past 2 years, and he was top 20 MVP.
And how many career home runs? 248. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I don't know. I still like look at him like what he's done with his career since he went to Philadelphia. Like it's really taken off.
No, yeah, it has. I mean, he certainly figured it out. I mean, it's so odd. You know, you look at him. You know, last year, he was hitting home runs like every other day. It seemed
he just goes on these tears,
literally ridiculous tears. I mean, 47 home runs last season, 46 home runs the year before.
32 the year before with the injury,
that's crazy.
And then 38 in the last full season before that. So
like crazy.
And really after that COVID season in Chicago, I thought he was finished.
Yeah,
it was like this.
Seems
why
like
Yankees want this guy? Why? And then wow, okay. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we see any major changes there. But that being said, I think it is time, Tony, to make history here on the Sports Port. We're gonna have our first ever Major League Baseball.
Oh, right, ladies and gentlemen. My gosh, my goodness, the first ever MLB frenzy, dude. Just making sure, yeah, the loop is on, baby. Let's go. All right, first game, 3:05 p.m., Brian. We're going to be in Baltimore. Dean's favorite team as the Orioles take on the Angels. Probably couldn't ask for a better opening day matchup if you're an Oriole fan. Over under 7.5. The O's are minus 175 at home here. And I would imagine it's Corbin Burns.
Yes, versus Patrick Sandoval.
Interesting why they don't show it in whatever, but it doesn't matter. What do you got here?
Oh, and we're going to go totals here, too. It is 7.5. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the upset special, Tony. Burns, new league, opening day, a lot of pressure, Angels under the radar. How about Anthony Rendon hitting a home run, 3 for 4, player of the game.
Stop it.
Patrick Sandoval, Tony, 7 scoreless. Angels 5-2 over the Orioles. So the Angels and the under.
Anthony Rendon, you're really asking for it. Give me the O's, baby, and the under. I think Corbin Burns honestly has a solid quality outing here. 6 innings, maybe 2 earned run. Sandoval, probably somewhere around the same, but I say O's win this one. I'll say 4-2, dude. Why not? Next game up. Let's go 4-10. Why not? Let's go to Houston now. It's about that time. Minute Maid Park, the Astros taking on Brian's New York Yankees. You have Framber Valdez matched up with Nestor Cortez. Obviously not the opening day starter you want, but Cortez, I have a feeling, will have a great day. Over under 8.5. Looks like Vegas expecting some more scoring here. Of course, Houston here favored at home, minus 150. You got Yankees plus money here. First game of the season. What do you got?
By the way, I'm sorry. Orioles, was it the over or the under?
Under.
Under. Gotcha. Okay. So the New York Yankees chase for 28 beginning today in Houston. Of course, on the road and LeMahieu is going to be out, obviously. So it'll be interesting to see who gets to start at third, whether it's Oswaldo Cabrera or they did just acquire Birdie from the Marlins here.
That's right.
But I think the key is Nestor. I mean, really, can you just give us between 5 and 6 innings and allow 2 runs or less? I think if he does that, the Yankees will win. So eyeing on my optimistic side of things here, I say he does that. Let's say 5 2/3, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts. And I think he gets the no decision because I think we'll have a 2-2 game going to the top of the 8th inning. And then we get Juan Soto, a 3-run homer, to give the Yankees a 5-2 lead, which is the margin they will win by. Clay Holmes, an immaculate 9th for his first save of the season.
Wow.
The New York Yankees 1-0 on this early baseball season.
My goodness, my gracious. Yankees in the under?
Is it 7.5?
I think it's 8.5.
Yeah, under.
I absolutely love it there. Give me the Yankees, obviously, as well, but give me the over here. I think both bats on both teams will be absolutely firing. expecting, honestly, dingers left and right from the Yankees. You'll have Judge, you'll have Stanton. Anthony Rizzo, I feel like, is someone getting a little bit overshadowed by the rest of the big names on the Yankees in that lineup. Give me Rizzo with the dinger, maybe a 2-run dinger, too. I want to say Yankees win this one. I'll say like 6-4, 6-3. So give me Yankees and the over, Brian. Next up, still 4:10. We're going to Chicago. It's the White Sox taking on the Detroit Tigers here. You have Skubal for Detroit taking on Crochet for the White Sox here. Chicago plus 140 here at home. The Tigers certainly improved their team in the offseason. Over under 7.5, and they are favored, as I said, on the road here, minus 165. What do you got?
Sorry. I know Crochet. Who started for the Tigers, did you say?
Skubal.
Okay. You know
I
what?
know, right? Kind of tough
I
here.
did pick in our preview here the Tigers to win the division. 165. Would I lay it myself? Probably not. But for the pick segment, let's go with it. Let's go with Skubal, Tony. 6 scoreless. Maybe the White Sox a little weak on offense again to start the year. And I am going to say that Spencer Torkelson hits a 2-run homer. And we're going to say the Detroit Tigers here beat the Chicago White Sox 5-2. Gio Urshela getting 3 hits in his Tiger debut.
Wow, love that.
So Detroit and the under.
Yeah. Love Urshela there for Detroit. Love the Tigers too here. I believe Skubal here was taken actually relatively earlier than I thought in our fantasy draft. Very by who, but nonetheless, give me the over here though. I feel like the White Sox have let up a lot of runs spring training, and we've seen Detroit's offense go off. So I think it'll take over 7.5. I say Tigers win this one. I don't know. I'll say 5-3. Let's go. Next game, still 4:10. We're going to Kansas City, baby. A Royal team who seems to be a favorite dark horse team around the league, around many different stations. They're taking on the Minnesota Twins, a team expected to win their division. You have Kansas City plus money here at home, plus 110. Reagan's on the mound against Pablo Lopez there for the Twins. He'll be getting the nod over there. Over, under, I didn't have it up. Standby here. Hate that ESPN does it. The second page, the game cast, 8.5. Knew it, dude. What do you got?
So my first 3 picks have been unders, but this is when the over hits. And yes, Kansas City, will they improve on the 50 wins or whatever they had last year? Probably. But I do think Minnesota far better here. And I think Pablo Lopez, who I do have on my fantasy team, riled career high in strikeouts last year. I'm going to say he has a lot of success here against a lighter hitting Royals lineup. I'm going to say he goes 7 strong, 14 strikeouts. And I think the Minnesota offense goes nuts today. How about 10 runs for the Minnesota Twins?
Goodness.
So they hit the over themselves. We're going to say Byron Buxton getting the start at DH, 3 for 4 with 2 homers, 5 RBIs, and the Twins win this one 10-2.
What an offensive explosion. Give me Royals in the under. Why not? Reagan's great start here. I would imagine Lopez, I don't know, has a solid outing here for his first start of the season. Not much scoring. Give me Royals, I don't know, maybe 3-2. 3-2 Royals. Next game, still 4:10. We're going to Miami there as the Marlins taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Another team expected to be better, possibly sleeping dark horse team. You have Mitch Keller on the mound for the Pirates. And for Miami, you have Jesus Luzardo getting the nod for the first start here. He's been, known to have some good starts. Seen it against the Mets here. Over under is 7.5 because of that. Should be pretty interesting where Brian goes with this game.
One of my favorite sleeper teams coming into this year in the National League is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Love the young talent, the young hitters, Mitch Keller with the pitching. And I know his spring wasn't great, but I think we're actually going to see a pitcher's duel in Miami. I'm going to say both pitchers, 6 innings, 1 earned runs. And then we have a 1-1 game going to the top of the 9th inning. O'Neal Cruz, the big blow, a 3-run homer And then we're going to see, I think Bednar is starting the year on the injured list, if I'm not mistaken. If that is the case, is he on the injured report or no?
I don't see him.
Okay, maybe he's all right. So being that he's all right, he comes in for the save, and the Pirates win this one 4-1.
Oh, so tough, dude. I want to go Miami, honestly. Keller, the spring training, Luzardo, been here. Yeah, give me Miami. Honestly, I would expect maybe the Marlins bullpen to blow up a little bit, but still the offense will be getting going here. Give me Miami in the over. I think they win tight game here. 5-4 for Miami.
Wow.
Let's go, baby. Next game up here, still 4-10. We're going to San Diego. A very great first matchup here as the Padres, who are 1-1 already on the season before opening day, are taking on the Giants of San Francisco at Petco Park here. Both teams minus 110 here on the money line. You have Logan Webb matching up with Yu Darvish. Definitely a premier pitching matchup there. Over under is 7.5 for both teams. What do you got here?
This is tough.
I know.
Honestly. You know, I really do like the Giants this year, but I think the Padres at home, I think the fan base is riled up. Mike Schilt running the tight ship over there. I think they get the bats going, and maybe it's like one of those things where, you know, maybe it's a 1-1 game after 5, but I think the Padres get into that Giant bullpen late. Maybe both of the Rogers brothers get popped. And I think San Diego wins this one 5-3.
Oh, man, it's such a tough pick here, man. I'm going to say Darvish gets popped, honestly. 4 innings, 5 earned runs. Logan Webb, nice quality start there. Padres offense can never recover. Logan Webb gets his first win of the year. Give me Giants winning this game 6-3. So Giants and the over, Brian. Let's go. Next game up here. Still in 410. Still in California as the LA Dodgers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Very interesting here. Tyler Glass now getting his first start of the season. No, he pitched against the Padres actually already. Yeah. Never mind. Second start of the season. Up against Miles Mikolas over there for St. Louis. Dodgers, of course, favored heavily. Minus 230. Big, heavy favorite here. Over, under 8.5. Expecting lots of scoring. What do you got?
Yeah, give me the Dodgers. I know, you know, the distractions with Ohtani and everything, but I think Ohtani hits 2 home runs here. I think Mikolas doesn't make it to the 3rd inning, and Tyler Glass now has 10 strikeouts in this one. We're going to have the Dodgers all day here by a final score of 8-3.
I love it there. Mikolas, terrible season last year. Maybe back end was okay, but St. Louis in general, terrible team. Expected to still be not that great. Maybe they put up a fight offensively because of some of their bats, but nonetheless, Dodgers, Glass now, their offense. Dodgers and the over. I say they win 7-3. Next game, still 4-10. Chugging along here in Tampa Bay, Tropicana Field, St. Petersburg here as the Rays take on the Blue Jays. Zach Eflin, who we've seen on quite a few different teams here, starting for Tampa Bay against Jose Barrios for Toronto. Very interesting to see how Barrios does this season. Tampa Bay, of course, minus 135 here at home as they are the favorites. Your over-under will be set at 7.5. So Vegas expecting some solid pitching here. Blue Jays, you know, a lot of people were saying, hey, man, shit or get off the pot. What do you got?
This is easy for me. Give me Tampa, the fundamentals, Tony, not the big names, but getting it done. I know Barrios did have a good year last year, but I think the Rays rough them up. You get the Rays horn going there in the Trop. And I think they shut out the Blue Jays. So let's say Tampa wins this one 5-0. So the Rays and the under.
I kind of like that. I'll take Rays in the under too. I think it may not even be 5-0. It could be 3-1 or 3-0. Dalton Varsho starting the year in day-to-day. I don't think he's may not even get the start in left field there for the Blue Jays. That's going to be a tough blow for them defensively as well as offensively. Like you said, I don't know. Barrios, like you said, I know a good year, but I don't really believe in his stuff that much. So give me Rays and the under. Zach Eflin liked him. Next game, 4-10. The Reds take on the Nationals.
Sorry. I'll tell you after. No, it just Mark's still going about the Rangers, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm not kidding. Like literally the dumb. I'm putting him on blast. I don't care. I need to read you what he just said. Your response is a dumb cop out. The Bruins were arguably the best hockey team to play the game last year. They statistically broke a ton of league records, including the most wins and points scored in the regular season got bounced. The Rangers aren't touching any of those records this year. So I said, don't trust the numbers and don't bet on a championship. What's so dumb or crazy with my reasoning? I think I backed it up pretty well. And then I responded by, when you know what you're talking about, we can have a discussion. But blindly saying Boston losing in the first round last year means the Rangers will makes no sense. Sorry, sport.
Yeah, and also it doesn't make sense where he's saying that the Rangers aren't going to touch the Bruins numbers from last year, but the Bruins didn't win anything anyway. So what does that even mean?
Wins, I think he was talking about, but it's like, dude, that doesn't. That just set me off, Tony. I'm sorry.
It's crazy.
I know.
And he doesn't watch hockey.
No. So it's like, what are you going for?
Is he even a fan of a hockey team?
No.
Oh.
My fault, though, for letting it get to me, honestly.
That's all right.
Let's strike up the music. And you had the Rays, right?
I had the Rays and the under, baby.
My
next
apologies,
game.
that won't happen again.
Let's go. Don't worry about it. We're going to the Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati, Ohio, as the Reds take on the Nationals. We'll be seeing a sea of red with these two teams. Frankie Montas getting the start for the Reds here. Josiah Gray for the Nationals. We know both pitchers can do kind of well here. Cincinnati minus 150 here at home. Over under at 9.5. Our first at 9.5 total. Obviously, Vegas is thinking both pitchers get popped. What do you think, Brian?
Gray versus who?
Montas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. But just because, the Reds have so much more talent, and I don't know, Washington. How many runs are they really going to score?
3, maybe.
I think the Reds might score 10, Tony. Ellie De La Cruz, courtesy of my fantasy team, let's say 5 for 6, hitting for the cycle, fans on their feet, Dwayne chugging beers watching this game.
Absolutely.
Reds 10-2 over Washington.
Absolutely love that 10 spot there. Give me Reds in the over as well. Nats get popped. Reds, I don't know. Stay hot, dude. Why not? They win, 8-3, something like that. Next game up. Now we're going to the evening games here. We have 7:35 p.m. Texas Rangers at Globe Life Field here in Texas, taking on the Chicago Cubs. The Rangers minus 120 here at home. Chicago even as Jordan Steele gets the nod there for the Cubs against Nathan Eovaldi. Very interesting to see how he will pitch. Over under is at 8.5. What do you think about here? Offensive explosion?
Yeah, it is tough because like a game like this, defending champs, I feel like we've seen them blow it before, against a Cubs team that, is decent, but the Rangers are better. But I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like the Rangers will find a way to get it done. And like you said, be able to put up some runs here. So give me the Rangers. I'm going to say Adolis Garcia with a grand slam in the fifth, propelling the Rangers to a 8-4 victory over the Cubs.
Absolutely love it. Matt Heim, 7th inning, 2-run dinger. He's got a home run, 3 RBIs, goes, 2 for 3 on my fantasy team. Let's freaking go. Texas Rangers go on to be victorious. I'm going to say 5-2. So Rangers in the under. Okay?
Interesting under at the, what's this thing?
8.5. Wait, what?
Oh, Globe Life? Is it Globe Life Field?
Yeah, Globe Life Field. Yeah. All right, next game here. We're getting even later now. 10:07, just a few games left here. We're going to be in Oakland, back to California. Not for very long, though, at the Coliseum as the Athletics taking on your Cleveland Guardians. Alex Wood getting the start for the A's. Very interesting. And the Guardians, of course, have Shane Bieber there. Oakland plus 130 at home. They are the home dogs. Over under 7.5. Shane Bieber starts the season off good?
No. Estory Ruiz, Tony.
Wow.
5 hits, all singles, but 5 stolen bases. The Oakland A's shut out the Guardians. Open day, Alex Wood, 6 scoreless. A's, 2-0 victors.
Wow. That is a crazy little prediction there. I know it's a great call, honestly, but I'm gonna go Guardians and I'm gonna go under. I think both pitchers will do well. Guardians win, I don't know, maybe 3-2 walk-off home run by who? Don't even ask me who. Next game up, let's go. Still 10 o'clock. We're actually 10-10 now as the Mariners are taking on the Boston Red Sox. This is going to be on Ness and Riley, glued to the TV as the Mariners here. We start Luis Castillo. Obviously, they're going to be favored at -155 against Brian Bayo for the Red Sox. He has a ton to prove. Can he handle it at the T-Mobile Park? Over 7.5. What do you got?
No, the Mariners fans are riled up. They're earning to get back in the championship conversation, earning for the days of Griffey and Edgar and A-Rod. And I think they will win this one easily. I think Luis Castillo goes 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, and on offense, Julio Rodriguez, a 3-run home run in the 4th inning, gives the Mariners a 5-2 victory. So the Mariners
and the under. Damn, I was gonna go same too. Mariners in the under. I was gonna say 5-0 victory. 1-9. Castillo, the shutout, 7-inning shutout, dude. 10 Ks. Perhaps maybe one of the only pitchers to be in double-digit strikeouts today. Believe it or not. Doesn't matter though. So it's gonna be the Mariners in the under, dude. Next game, final game, because of the rain delays, we're gonna go to Arizona. The Diamondbacks with Zach Gallen taking on the Colorado Rockies at Chase Field in Arizona. They have Kyle Freeland starting. My goodness, my gracious. The Diamondbacks maybe starting the season off hot at 10:10 p.m. Arizona, -215 on the day. And the over-under, god damn it. Oh, dude. Oh, no.
Tony.
Where am I, dude? Blowing it here. ESPN Radio, the Gamecast, ESPN.com. Over-under is 8.5. What do you got? Say it.
Say it. Don't spray it. I'm going to say Gallen, 7 scoreless. Corbin Carroll, the difference in this one, a grand slam in the 5th inning.
Wow.
Diamondbacks with the shutout here, 6-0.
So Diamondbacks in the under. You Diamondbacks in the over, dude. And the over, and the over, and over again. They win, I don't know, 7-3. Rockies get absolutely popped. Freeland, what are you doing, dude?
And for the first time, that is your baseball frenzy.
That was a big-ass frenzy.
Big-ass frenzy. Lots of hockey to still talk.
Yeah, a lot of hockey, too. There's a huge hockey slate today.
One thing before we get to hockey that I wanted to mention here is just with the Yankee game. I think the key for them to win this game, because obviously, road game opening day, it's not an easy spot. Nestor, didn't pitch much last year. But I think if he could just, kind of set the tone early. Like, don't walk the leadoff guy, give a double up to Alex Bregman, give up 2 runs in the first.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And also, too, I mean, the offense could help them out. If they're somehow able to chalk even 1 run across in the top half of the first inning, I think it completely changes everything. But I think that's the key. I think Nestor, as the game goes on, gains confidence. So as long as he can avoid the big inning, hit the corners, and have his location down, have the change of speed and the arm angles down, I think that will, and it works vice versa. I think him pitching well also kind of takes the pressure off the offense as well. But I mean, I'm easily, Tony, expecting 5 runs at least for the Yankees. I think they're gonna have no problem scoring here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like we were talking about. I mean, it's Judge, it's Soto, Stanton, a lot of pressure on him. He may start the season off hot because of that. He definitely gives you that inkling of it could be one of those years where he does hit, over 40 home runs as a Yankee, which would be crazy.
Because it's just I know it's an if.
Yeah.
But what if he does that and then Judge and Soto have the years of work? I mean, we're talking like maybe breaking the home run record.
And then again, like Anthony Rizzo is also in your lineup,
Anthony
dude. Like
Volpe, Austin Wells.
Literally, like it's going to be sick, dude. If they are hot.
Glaber leading off, by the way, too. They didn't do the lineups yet, but they did say he's going to lead off.
Love to hear that. And again, for Stanton, it's like, if not now, then it's just going to be over for him, dude. So like a lot is riding on this year for him. I would expect him to at least try to show up. And like you said, I mean, if you have those 3 guys firing all cylinders, there's going to be a lot of runs scored here.
Stanton prop bet for Jay today. I mean, left-handed pitching, he usually hits a little better.
Jay should be on top of that ball right now.
Let's go. Let's go. So excited. Another season of Yankee baseball upon us. 1 week from tomorrow, we'll be at the opener. So we're jacked up for that as well. And yeah, should be a great day of baseball. So really, really excited for that. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink wide. Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So we did only have 2 games last night, and actually we do need to update the picks on those. If you could just pull up the scores.
Dude.
And I think we did have a couple Michael Bucktas.
Yes, we have a couple Michael Bucktas in the crowd here. The one and only Michael Buckta saying, MLB Frenzy, love the music. I'm judging my fantasy team. He better be hitting some dingers for me, he says. Sounds a little doubtful. That sounds crazy. Michael Buckta also says, I've been to Dodger Stadium for a game. Really fun atmosphere, that ballpark. Guardians win 2-1, he says. And will you guys be doing MLB Frenzies for all the games this year? Probably Michael.
Unequivocally, Tony.
Unequivocally, dude.
All right. So last night here. So we'll start with we'll start with you. So you had Sabres under
0-2.
and then Bruins over. So
I had Bruins over, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought I had Lightning yesterday.
No, I had the Lightning.
0-4. Really?
Yeah. I had the Sabres in the over and then the Lightning in the over. So I went 2-2.
I went 0-4.
Let me just update that really
so you
quick
gained
here.
2 games on me, so I am now a 3-game lead.
One second, we don't get too crazy just yet, Tony.
Because I had a 5-game lead, you said yesterday. So
yeah, so 210 and 185, and then so then you 0-4, so that's 213 and 182. So 213, 182 versus 210, 185. So 3 games.
Wow.
3-game separation there.
When are we going until? Did we say?
The end of April. I don't know why we said it. It's gonna be 5:42.
Yeah, right. Oh my
321.
god, dude. The end of April. Holy shit.
So another month of picks. And tons of games tonight. So of course, yes, Michael Butka. We will be doing another frenzy here in a second. But Rangers at Avalanche. I believe it's a 9-10 tip. Do we have goalie assignments?
Confirmed? I don't think so. But Igor, as I checked, I mean, let's double check Daily Faceoff right now. I don't think anything's been confirmed yet. Let's see, where are we? Rangers. Okay. Nothing confirmed, but
so
Igor Georgiev,
the former backup and understudy. Backup and
starter and understudy.
Yeah, starter and understudy. Yeah. All right. So the Igor goes. Love to see that. Obviously, difficult assignment here. Colorado, hostile environment, top team, Tony. A team that we know, can score a lot. And when I know, sure, I mean, it's hockey. I mean, you could win a game a variety of ways here. But when you look at this matchup, to beat Colorado on the road here, more of a defensive game for the Rangers to win or more of an offensive game?
I mean, it's going to be really tough, obviously, to stop this team defensively. But I mean, yes, I mean, that would be my method of defeating Colorado, because Georgiev could be on his head. Their defense will be playing you well. Scoring could be hard to come by. So, I mean, I think your defense can certainly step up. They've stepped up for you before against the Panthers, against the Bruins recently. And I'll say it again. I mean, you're down your top defenseman. I would definitely, if I'm Laviolette, call my defenseman yet again and be like, hey, I need you to step up here. Physicality. But also at this point, like I said, they've been doing that. So it's just play your game, play what you've been doing. Igor will be there, back you up too. And let's freaking go. You can stop this team. They just were stopped by Arizona, I think. Whatever, they lost 2-1 against a team they should not have lost against. So let's go. It can be done. Stop them. Let's go.
What do you think of Rick making a big deal of the Rangers, getting the top spot to avoid the Lightning in the first round. Do you think that is he overhyping that? Is that a fair thing to say? I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I definitely would avoid the Lightning, I guess. If you want to think of the two wild card teams right now, it's what, Washington's the other team?
Washington, yeah, that's who the Rangers will play if the season ended today.
Right.
The Bruins are 1 point behind the Rangers.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's either one of those teams is super tough. Obviously, you have history against both of them. It's so tough. Those wild card teams again. I mean, obviously you have to think of the Panthers as the most recent example, but still, I mean, the Caps are a team that shouldn't even be there, man. Like they're I don't even know how they are there. They're riding on fumes, a new coach, and some grit, dude. And then the Lightning, same deal. They've heated up so much in the past few weeks. Did they lost to the right? Didn't the Lightning beat the Rangers last time they faced? Am I wrong?
Yes,
they did. They ended up
6-3,
beating them like 6-3. So
yeah.
I mean, that's a team. You also have the Kucherov, and I know someone who's definitely cooled off from his start of this year, but still, he's one of the top players in the league. Still, you have a lot of guys who have been in situations like this before in the playoffs, in the postseason. I really wouldn't want to verse either team, to be honest, just because I mean we've seen that Cinderella story happen so often. But I mean, if I had to pick between the two, I guess I would rather place against the Caps. I guess,
right. But also I know, I want to harp on something that we've talked about a bunch. By the way, what do you think of Super Dragon putting on his lab coat here? What is the most dangerous word in our nuclear physics? Bomb? I don't know.
Super Dragon, most dangerous word in nuclear physics, I guess.
I have no idea. Wait, what is the context of this?
Plutonium?
But I don't
uranium.
No, but am I going crazy, Tony? Like, what does this have to do with anything?
I don't think it has anything to do with anything.
Oh, okay, no, because you're getting into it. It's almost like you're in on it.
No, I'm not in on it. There's no in on it. Okay, dude, don't worry.
Wow, Michael Butka, Routes. What the fuck does nuclear have to do with sports? Very good point there.
He's fucking hilarious.
But what I was gonna say, this format is insane. Why should we, win the President's Trophy, or whatever? Let's say we finish second. Why should we have to play Tampa instead of Philadelphia? Please tell me why. Oh, the division. Who cares about the division, Tony? I mean, no, like.
Yes, I guess so.
But right, I mean, Philly, we would sweep Philly. Literally, if we played Philly, we would unequivocally sweep them.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But I mean,
but I don't get what, like, they just thought like, oh, it'll, like, the playoff series will have more hypes if they're interdivision.
I mean, it does. Yeah, that's exactly what they thought. And I guess they think, also winning your division.
But I think that's nonsense, though, because am I wrong to say, is there not more hype between the Rangers playing the Panthers and the Rangers than if the Rangers played the Flyers or the Hurricanes or the Bruins? Like, I feel like those two series would be better, more hype.
Yeah, no, it definitely would be. I mean, obviously it sets up for the Eastern Conference final, but
right,
I mean,
they could get eliminated.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Rangers Hurricanes, I think has enough juice for than like the Panthers. I think.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying it's just like it's just something annoying. that doesn't need to. And I know, yes, because it affects them, you're gonna feel like that. But I just feel like, why can't we go 1 through 8? Why is that like? Why do we have to do it this way?
Well, I mean, I feel like even if we did
go to league
conference,
conference. Yeah.
If we did 1 through 8, we'd be playing the Caps. No, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if we won, we'd be playing the Caps. Which is interesting. But then Tampa Bay,
Boston would play the Flyers instead of Tampa Bay. So that the Flyers are the team that messes it up.
The Flyers kind of do. And I mean, I don't know. Tampa Bay has a game in hand. Wow, freaking Caps have 2 games in hand on the Flyers. That's interesting. I mean, honestly, the Caps could potentially, I guess, bunny hop the Flyers, dude. Who knows? And the Flyers are on the schneid. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if the Flyers go down to the wild card.
Yeah, they're just not trending in the right direction.
That would be kind of crazy but then if we do win if we end up winning, our division,
yeah,
then we would play the Flyers if they go down to the second wild card spot. No,
I don't. Oh, if they go down.
If they go down, because
wait, who else is in our division?
The Caps go up.
Oh, the Caps are in our division.
Yeah, the Caps.
Okay. But then also, if we don't win the President's Trophy, we finish second, then we get to play the Flyers instead of the Lightning.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense, Tony. It really doesn't. You think any chance they revisit this?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, and then like what if, for instance, too, like the other division, you know, like the wins were a lot more, you know what I mean? And then like the third place team in that division had more wins than the team that won our division. And then they, you know what I mean? It's like
it definitely is also confusing, I feel like, to the consumer.
Right.
Here. Yeah,
right.
As to why.
Because no other league is like that. Super Dragon says it's a joke. Oh, I thought he was talking about the format, but he's talking about the nuclear. I don't know. Everything's all over the map. I'm starving, by the way, too, Tony. No?
Definitely starving, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Could eat at some point, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
Save it for Easter.
Dude.
Gonna be a feast.
I can't wait, honestly. I'm so excited to be home and like to have a bunch of food at my fingertips.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's always nice. The kitchen always open, Tony.
The antipasto platters too for Easter Sunday, the brunch, the eggs, the French toast, dude. Have some lasagna, probably a Trey Penny vodka somewhere.
Oh,
the bread and the pepperoni salami with the cheese, little balls of mozzarella, dude. The balsamic vinegar.
Imagine if it was just right on a table right here, all of that just laid out.
I can't wait till we have just catered food for these shows.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my god,
that's gonna
dude.
Be great. That's gonna be great. But yeah, I guess what I would say is, Tony, it is time for a hockey.
Oh my gosh, dude. Let's go. The second frenzy of the day, and it is the NHL Variety. Let me bring up the scores here on this beautiful Thursday, March 28th. A nice rainy day gets you hyped for some indoor hockey, and we have plenty of it here starting 7 p.m. early and often in the evening time. Your Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Washington Capitals, a team we've talked about being very hot. The Maple Leafs historically known to blow it down the stretch, especially at the Scotiabank Arena. Toronto minus 175 here at home. We know their town over under 6.5. Capitals 3-game win streak, winning 4 of the last 5, making pushes to even get out of the wild card spot. Toronto 2-game losing skid, but they are looking to sweep this regular season series. Do they do it, Brian?
Dylan Strome, game winner, overtime. Caps 4-3, still in the race in the Metropolitan.
I don't know. I don't think so here. The Maple Leafs do continue to put their foot on the pedal. I think a bounce-back game for them here. Tight they lost to Jersey. Tight they lost to Carolina. Caps, I think, fall a little short here. Give me Toronto and the over in regulation. They win 6-4. Next game up here, let's make up some ground as the Montreal Canadiens in the Bell Center are looking to defeat the Philadelphia Flyers as they continue the Flyers skid there. Montreal plus money at a home, plus 130. Flyers look to stop a road game losing streak here. They've dropped 2 of the last 2, 3 of the last 5. Last time these two teams faced each other, it was a 3-2 shootout victory for the Flyers. Over under 5.5. What do you got?
History repeating itself. 3-2 victory for the Flyers in the shootout. Maybe Tortorella off the hot seat for now.
Right. Yeah. Canadiens getting hot off their Colorado victory. I've been saying that. Give me the Canadiens winning this one, and I'll give Montembeault the shutout, first of the season for him, even though he's been on a little bit of skid as of recently. Now, Montreal wins 2-0. Next game up around the NHL, Brian. We have the Ottawa Senators, 7 p.m. at home, taking on the Chicago Blackhawks, the Canadian Tire Arena in Ottawa. Ottawa minus 125 here at home. Chicago plus money on the road. Could be a couple shekels, maybe get some victories there. Over under 6.5. Blackhawks beat the Senators back in early February, 3-2. Senators 3-game win streak. First time I ever hit that in the entire season. When you got
Blackhawks, we're going to say 4-2. So Blackhawks are the under. 2 goals for Mr. Bedard.
Oh, man. Give me the Senators here. Why not? I'll take them. They got to continue to win some games sometimes. 4-game win streak for them. Give me Brady Tkachuk. Hat trick for him, dude. He is riled. They win, I'll say 5-2. So give me Senators and the over there. Next game up, the Florida Panthers. Speaking of them, Brian, they're taking on the New York Islanders at UBS. No, in Amaranth Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The Panthers, they're minus 195 against the Islanders. Islanders playing for basically nothing here. Over under 6.5. Panthers is going to have a loss against the Bruins. They're on a 4-game losing streak of the last 5 games. So the Islanders, what do you got?
Yeah, I wish I could take the Islanders, honestly. I'd like to see them get like the last playoff spot. It's just not going to happen. So I think the Panthers honestly like run train on the Islanders here. I mean, 6-2.
I love it there. I'm going to say shutout for Bobrovsky there as the Panthers win. I'll say 4-0. So give me Panthers and the under there. Next game up, we're going to go to the Pittsburgh as the Penguins. Michael Buckta's team taking on the already eliminated for the playoffs Columbus Blue Jackets here at 7 p.m. tonight. Pittsburgh, of course, they are favored here at minus 230. Your over-under is at 6.5. Let me tell you, the Penguins have had the Blue Jackets numbers 2 times. They face each other, both games ending in a 5-3 victory for the Penguins. They played 2 more times, FYI. Blue Jackets on a 7-game losing streak, I think it is. Penguins just beat Carolina 4-1. What do you got?
If it rains 7 days in a row, would you say it rains the 8th?
Yes.
Probably not, Tony. Give me Merzlikins with the shutout. Gaudreau with 2 goals, and that is the difference. 2-0 Columbus and Pittsburgh.
I don't know, man. Johnny Gaudreau's a fucking loser. Give me the Penguins here. They win 4-2. Penguins and the under. Hang it and bang it. Next game. Let's go. Move it along. 7:30. Carolina, the Canes. Chokery's favorite team. They'll be playing the Red Wings here. Of course, the Canes are favored of minus 270 at the PNC Arena. Over under will be 6.5. Excuse me. Canes coming off that loss against Pittsburgh. Red Wings 2-game losing streak, getting shut out by Nashville, losing in overtime against Washington. Red Wings, a team trending in the wrong direction. What do you got?
Carolina trending in the right direction. PNC Arena is getting ready to accommodate us for a Ranger Hurricane playoff series.
So good.
And they are going to dominate the Red Wings. A shutout, a 5-0 shutout, and Jake Gensel with the Hattie.
Dude. Yeah, I guess I couldn't agree more there. Canes. I'm gonna say Canes in the over though. Did you say? I don't even know if you said over. Give me Canes and the over. They win 5-2. Next game, 8 p.m. now. St. Louis, the Blues taking on the Flames. Red versus blue, classic matchup as St. Louis minus 135. Calgary plus money here on the road. Over under 5.5. Calgary 4-game losing streak, getting only 6 goals in those 4 games. The Blues having Calgary's numbers so far, looking to sweep the regular season series. Do they?
Yes, they do. I'm gonna say give me the Blues here. I think a high-scoring game that they win 6-4.
Give me Blues and the under. Binnington shutout, 4th of the year. Flames struggling to score as of recently. Blues win, I don't know, maybe 4-0. Why not, dude? Next game up here. Let's go. 8 o'clock still as the Minnesota Wild take on the San Jose Sharks. I can see Brian's look in his eye right now. St. Paul, Minnesota minus 400, Brian. Over under 6.5. Wild beat them early March 4-3 in a tight one.
Returning the favor, Tony. 4-3 Sharks here in Minnesota. Granlund with 2 goals and an assist. Upset special.
Mats Zuccarello. Hattie, boom, batty, trick right there. Let's go. Give me, what was the over? 6.5?
Yeah.
Wild and the over. They win 7-3. Next game, still 8 p.m. Winnipeg, baby. The Jets taking on the Golden Knights here. Great Western Conference matchup here. Winnipeg minus 130 at home. The tight favorites. Vegas plus money could be worth a couple shekels thrown. Over under 5.5. Great goaltending. Hey, the Jets 4-game losing streak. The Knights, have beaten the Jets twice already this year, looking for the sweep as well. They're coming off a Nashville 5-4 OT loss, looking to bounce back too. What do you got?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually had Golden Knights typed in, but then I thought about the 4-game losing streak. Love averages, Tony. This team is 22 games over 500 and maybe has the Vezina Trophy winner in net. They're going to win this one. I think it's going to be a defensive hockey game, but it's 3-2 Jets over the Knights.
This is tough, dude. So tough. Again, you don't want to go chalk here. No, give me the Knights plus money. Doesn't happen often. They win in a tight one, 3-2 in overtime. Give me Knights and the under, baby. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going to take it. Next game, 9 p.m. The game we've been waiting for. The Colorado Avalanche are going to be at home against your New York Rangers. Colorado minus 155. The Rangers plus 135. On the road here, could be potential bet the mortgage on the plus money. Rangers over under 6.5. Rangers beat Avalanche early February 2-1 in overtime. Does that outcome repeat? What do you say?
I say not the same score, but the same result. I think the Rangers win this one. Defensive hockey team. We're going to see some good goaltending between the two good friends here. But the Rangers prevail 3-2. Mika Zibanejad once again the go-ahead goal with 90 seconds remaining in regulation.
Last time the Rangers went out there, we saw a scoring bonanza in the third period. I think Igor's going to follow this one up with one of his patented Igor Shesterkin shutouts, the 4th of the year, eyeing down Georgiev across the ice, saying, "I'm the man, you're not." Sayonara as the Rangers win this game 3-0. The scoring is spread throughout the 4 lines there. Love to see it. Staying in the 9 o'clock time slot here. We're going to Edmonton over there as the Oilers take on the Kings. Already know where Brian's going. Edmonton minus 150, over under 6.5. Say it, Brian.
Oilers 7-2 over the Kings, the lowly Kings that shouldn't be in the playoffs, but will.
The lowly Kings are on a 4-game win streak. Just beat Vancouver, Tampa Bay handily, dude. I know, so tough here. Kings shut out Oilers once already this season. Give it to me again. Talbot, shut out. Let's freaking go, dude. Kings win this one. I'll say it'll be a 3-0 victory. So Kings and the under for me, for them. Still in the 9 o'clock time slot, I believe. No, we're moving to 10 o'clock as the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Dallas Stars at Rogers Arena. Vancouver minus 105 here. Dallas also minus money 115. Over under will be set at, you guessed it, 6.5. Stars on a heavy game win streak. Also, regular season series here tied at 1. This is tiebreaker. What do you got?
We got the Canucks. We got 4-3 in overtime. JT Miller, another game winner.
Give me Odinger and the Stars here. They win with the under as well. They win 3-2 in regulation. Give me Stars. Let's go. Next game. A couple more left here. 10 p.m. in Arizona. The Coyotes take on the Predators, and the Predators are licking their chops over there in Tempe, Arizona. The Coyotes plus 140 here at home. Over under 6.5. Predators have had the Coyotes number this season. Nay. Coyotes lead 2-1 in the regular season series. Do the Predators salvage it here tonight?
No. I'm going to say the Coyotes win this one 2-0. And they get a shout from Connor Ingram, Tony.
I don't think so. Preds in the over. They win 7-3. Next and final game. What?
No, nothing.
Nope.
I don't get.
You said something. You went, Did you not? You went
no, I think I was just chuckling because I thought, and you didn't say, I thought you were going to say next game, last game.
I was about to say next game, last game. 10 p.m. Seattle. The Kraken taking on your Anaheim Ducks at the Climate Pledge Arena. What a dumb name for an arena. Seattle minus 225 at home. Anaheim plus 190. Could be a little spicy. Over under 5.5. The Kraken have beaten the Ducks twice already this season. 2 more games left to go. Last time these two teams actually played were each other. 4-0 loss from the Kraken. What do you got?
Kraken in the over. Kraken win 6-3 over the Ducks.
Give me Kraken. I don't know, 2-1. Kraken and the under there, Brian.
And that is your hockey frenzy. Wow, Tony. And the crazy part is, too, it seems like we've been on air for 3 hours just with all the picks, but it's like we're right in line with what we always do.
Literally running in on an hour and a half here. My goodness, my gracious, dude. But I am
I think Josh B's a little fatigued. He says
out,
2 in 1 day.
2 in 1 day. Wow. I'm sure it's not the first time Josh did that in his life. Haha.
Searching.
Come on,
That
dude.
applies. That does apply here. Taylor Moore, Tony, leading with Bo Hazard at 4 under here at the Houston Open. And you also have a couple golfers here at 2 under, including Scotty Scheffler, who's making the turn, actually going to go to number 1, starting on the back, but he's 2 under through 9. Steven Hager, also 2 under through 12. Andrew Novak remains 1 under, and he's through 5 holes. Martin Lard remaining 1 under, and he's through 7. Ashke Bihadia 1 under through 9. And let's see anything else of note. Not entirely, other than Jake Knapp, the winner at the Mexico Open, struggling here, 7 over through his first 9 holes, Tony.
That's not good, dude.
No.
7 over?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there?
It's tough for, he's not like he's like some grizzled vet here. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
And then just for one more kind of bonus thing here. Obviously, we've already had our picks, but if you just had one absolute lock in Major League Baseball today, what would it be? Mortgage, a Josh B mortgage bet.
That's just an absolute lock. I mean, honestly, again, immediately I think last down the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
How about Castillo and the Mariners? No?
I know the Seattle's good too.
The Seattle faithful riled. Bigger lock, the Dodgers or the UConn covering?
I want to say the Dodgers.
Yeah. It's just the Cards. Yeah. I mean, it's just.
And honestly, I would even take the Mariners winning over UConn covering too. Like,
special year for the Mariners.
It is a special year.
The fans deserve it. A special year, like I think history might repeat itself. Kind of like the what was it? The 2001 was it the ALCS where the Yankees might have swept them or something?
Yes,
when they won 116 games or something.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts, dude.
But I think the fan base, stepping stones. They were fortunate enough to get to the ALCS this year. I mean, I think it's a successful season.
I feel like that. Speaking of like years where like teams who win the regular season series get knocked out early, I feel that happens in baseball more often than any other sport. Really.
I just thought of something.
What do you got?
I was just thinking baseball season, fantasy starting. What do you think about this? Higher finish between me and you, round of golf in the fall. Because that's when
in fantasy season will be over. Yeah, I love that.
Done. Josh dude. B is our witness. And Michael Butka as well.
I was thinking about this morning. I owe you Sakura. You still owe me Gaetano, but you want to do cutting wedge, which is fine.
Cutting wedge,
allow it.
Yep.
So we gotta maybe I don't know, maybe like a next Thursday or something, or next something we gotta do Sakura, because I'm itching for Sakura, dude.
Yeah, we'll definitely
that's
our bread and butter,
dude. Yeah,
that's our bread and butter. But other than that, I mean, I think we're just at this point ready for first pitch. No,
I am ready for first pitch, bud.
And what a sports day, though. I think this is like the biggest sports day like we've had in quite some time.
Literally.
And imagine if the Mets were playing.
Oh, imagine.
We wouldn't
be here. Yeah, we got the fucking game.
But we will be there tomorrow and try to give you as much of an insight into our day at Citi Field as we can. And then we're assuming Michael holding down the fort tomorrow.
I think he will be.
Yes. And then
Michael Theophil, that is.
Yes. Maybe Michael Butka.
Michael Butka.
At least a call in for Butka tomorrow. I think. After a UConn win.
Yes.
Definitely. And a Yankee win.
Yes.
We know he'll be right.
And UConn covering.
UConn covering.
Yes. Perhaps even a Penguins win.
Wow. Nah. But it's funny that he talks about how he's like not into hockey because Penguins aren't going to make the playoffs second year in a row.
I know. Interesting.
You really think, though, he would be all into it if they were like, neck and neck with the Rangers?
Oh, he'd definitely be talking about Crosby, the kid. Absolutely.
I just don't get what they're going to do. the Penguins, because it's like you can't really trade those guys at this point.
I mean, there's murmurs of them getting rid of Crosby.
You really think they're going to do that?
They didn't think they would get rid of Gensel.
Yeah. If you were Chris Drury, would you have a meeting about it over Colony?
I absolutely would, dude.
That would be insane. But
That
you
would be
think he just eat inside? Crosby just couldn't do it. Like the Rangers would.
Yeah, I don't
arms,
think like Penguins probably wouldn't want to. The organization, like Pittsburgh,
but
wouldn't
more
want to.
not
and
wanting to Crosby or
probably,
the organization.
Probably the organization. Honestly.
Yeah.
Crosby wants to win.
One more, like he's won there. Why can't it just be like kumbaya? You know?
Because he wants to win again, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. And Michael, the double header. Def Sports Sport and Binge Buddies mañana.
Wow,
So,
with Michael, he says.
So with Michael. But does he mean the other Michael? His Michael?
Oh, I
him,
don't
Michael?
know. Michael Jordan, maybe?
Never know. I guess you'll have to find out tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in.
But yeah, I am so stoked for tonight, for tomorrow, for the weekend. Let's go. Such a great feeling that baseball is back.
Yes.
And of course, for UConn, myself, then when a Michael Buck could call in after a Yankee win, I think he'd allow that, right?
Yeah, I think he would allow that.
So he's getting the chuckle over there. But yeah, here we are. What a day. Happy opening day to all that celebrate. And we really we really appreciate everybody tuning in today and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jane. Costume merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go, Yankees and Rangers!
Let's go, Rangers!
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.